I guess it's time for more multiplayer notepad experience. Visual Studio is taking a second to get loaded. And my monitors are messed up. Visual Studio refuses to go onto the right monitor. Yeah, there we go. Okay, where did I leave off last time? I think I was working on some of the stuff around the let me look at it. Last thing I remember working on was under prompt files, no prompt runtime. I was working on loading the manifests for the custom prompts for people to draw stuff. So that's where we left off. I think I'm gonna start working on main menu stuff. So let's quickly check to see what my dependencies are for the main menu module. Okay, so I probably can't do that yet because I'm also depending on players. What do I want to do then? I need to pick something that doesn't have a whole lot of dependencies. Okay. Probably makes sense to do the backend server then. Okay, that's what we'll focus on for tonight. So, the backend server is the part of the program where players make their submissions. It goes to the front-end server, which will have no representation in the Unreal code base as far as I can tell. But then it goes to the backend server, and then the backend server basically pipes that data into Unreal so that the game can do things like, hey, the player submitted a drawing. This is that drawing in binary data, and we need to unpack that and turn it into basically a sprite. So that's more or less what this guy is doing. Let me check what this thing depends on. So we have player join. Do we care about players? No. Okay, cool. Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward to test. This will probably take up the entire night, but this should be a pretty reasonable goal to at least start working towards. So I made both of these. Main menu can wait. We will not fill any of that in tonight. I'm going to just check that those files are empty. This file is also empty. Okay, and we're going to depend on backend server. Okay, let's start. Let's start by just running the unit tests again. And now that I've pulled in the backend server, the code might not compile because there might be issues with the backend server code that I put off fixing that I'm gonna have to fix. So we'll just see what happens. Until then, we at least are gonna be able to groove on Freedom Planet, which is the soundtrack for this evening. I'm kind of in a retro game OST mood, so I was actually thinking of playing the Secret of Mana soundtrack, but then I realized I didn't like it very much. And then I decided I was gonna maybe do like the Super Mario 64 soundtrack. But then I don't know. That one's really fun. Maybe I will actually just switch to that at some point tonight. But I don't know. Freedom Planet ended up being kind of a nice little balance between retro and modern, which I guess is probably symbolic of the entire game when you think about it. Okay. I've never played Freedom Planet. I should probably give it a shot at some point, but also that would require me to have free time. There was a pun in there somewhere about Freedom Planet and free time. Okay, cool. Yep, so at some point I broke this code, so I have to spend a minute or two fixing it up again. So okay. So messages coming in from the backend server can be of a couple different things. It can be a player has joined, so we need to handle that. I'm gonna just actually make these notes to myself real quick. So player joined, drawing submitted, or vote cast. And I believe that I have all 3 of those already laid out. I haven't looked at this code base in a while, so drawing submission, player join, and vote. Okay, cool. Let's, I think... Okay, under vote... Okay, I have an easier idea than trying to fix all this code. This is a pretty cool idea. It's a really quick way to fix your code so that if it's broken, it stops pissing you off, which is to comment out all of your code. And you do this when you kind of have too much stuff that's broken all at once and you can't really focus on all of it. So we're gonna just comment out vote. The reason being is I want to actually just focus up on Png Parser for right now. And then once Png Parser is good, I will loop back to work on these other types of other classes and stuff that are in this module. So we'll just we'll go from there. The other nice thing about doing all this code via unit tests and with mocking is that it will only compile stuff that I'm interested in. So if there are parts of the code base that are completely broken, it won't really matter until I start writing unit tests for it, which is good because then I can freely break all this shit as much as I want to while I wait for, and then I'm writing tests for it, so eventually I'll figure it out. But I don't really need to worry about too many things at too much time. What is this? It's thriving. You're not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth experience. Well, I'm not the one watching it, so I'm gonna assume that I'm just gonna ignore that for right now because I can't really do a whole lot about it. Oh well. Okay, continue to just remove all this shit. Okay. And one more. I feel like such a pro right now. I'm not getting paid to do this. So, yeah, you get what you pay for. Okay, cannot open under drawing submission gen. Oh, this is probably completely fucked up. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna just try building it again. Oh, great. Okay, so this, I'm actually gonna have to fix the code to get this to work. Oh. I did all of this commenting out everything specifically so I wouldn't have to work. Alright, I have another strategy. This might take a little bit of time, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean the project. So that's gonna kind of eat up a little bit of my compute time while I figure this out. But while it does that, I'm gonna go ahead and start looking at the Png Parser code anyway. So roughly the way it works is that a drawing comes in, it's submitted as a PNG file, which is a type of an image file, and that comes in over the wire as basically binary data. So what that ends up looking like is we'll pull up something like, this is a random picture. So this is a dummy picture of a final boss that I've put together. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull up Firefox, and what I'm gonna be looking for, I need to cobble together some test data. So I'm gonna take this image and I'm gonna convert it into binary text, which will take me a moment. 64. Okay, my computer is locking up a little bit, probably on account of the fact that it's currently compiling a program. Okay, base64 image encoder. I'm just going to use this random website that I found. Drag and drop images from anywhere. There we go. Okay, copy image. Let's go to my Png Parser test file. Nope. Weird. Didn't copy and paste the... Okay. Show code. Whatever. Copy to clipboard. That seems a little bit easier. Why the fuck? Select all. Copy to clipboard. Nice, nice. I guess copying to clipboard is just a meme, and it doesn't actually do anything. Really cool. And I'm super appreciating the fact that it gives me this tiny ass window to look at this stuff in. Okay. Copy. Paste. There we go. This is what binary data looks like. Isn't that lovely? Look at this. This is that happy little image after I've converted it into binary data and then encoded it in base64. F string. So basically what we're gonna do is we're going to so the PNG parser takes that that binary data and then it gives us back an image wrapper. I'm going to do with this image wrapper, for the sake of testing, I'm going to at least check, like, does this come out as like a 256 by 256 image? Because I believe that's the size of the image that I fed it, which was this. File info. 256 by 256. Okay, that's a good enough, that's a reasonable enough test to check that the base64, like the binary decoding works. So yeah, that should be fine. I'm gonna make a quick note to myself that that's what I'm building towards. Expect to get image wrapper with width times height is equal to 256 by 256. Okay, so that's how we'll do it. Looking at the code for the PNG parsing, we get a dependency on iMageWrapper module, which that should be something I can mock. And then everything else looks okay. All right, so iMageWrapper module is something I'm gonna need to delete this line because we're going to want to inject a fake image wrapper module. So we'll do that. Okay, that'll be really fun to mock. Usually anything that starts with the letter I is short for I'm going to die. We'll say that's a class, so I don't have to import it. Png Parser, iMageWrapper module. We'll go ahead and take that pointer type. Don't know about this song. I'm gonna skip it. It's a little too intense. There we go. The iMageWrapper module. Is there anything else I really need to worry about? Import decode and then PNG bytes. Cool. All right, I know what to do with this. I'm almost wondering if I should actually even fake the image wrapper. I probably don't even need to do that. Huh. Let's start. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna actually just let it use like the real image wrapper, and I'll try to get by without faking that data. Because if I can make it work with, you know, the real thing, then that's a lot less work on my behalf to set up this sort of fake shit. So let's check. Everything else looks all right. All right, let's start writing a test. So this is gonna be, okay. Include, oh shit, tests, H. We'll just start by putting in the namespace. Thank you, Visual Studio. I'm very glad that you made it that difficult to get to the end of the string. Okay. Let's call it PNG bytes, and then, well, this isn't PNG bytes. I'll call it base 64 PNG string. Evening bird. Yeah, hi. It's very, very warm here. I was gonna try and say something funny, instead I said something weird. So that came out really weird. Hi. Don't know what that sound was, but I'm gonna hope it was. I can safely ignore it. But yeah, the fire is really wrecking my shit. I woke up this morning and I was like, why does it feel like I have strep throat? And then I was like, oh, because I've basically been smoking. Png Parser.h. Okay, is there a semicolon at the end of this? Great. There's not. Now there is. Okay, class Png Parser test. Png Parser. Let's switch Twitch to PC. Think your phone might be lagging. Oh man, yeah, you're definitely gonna want to watch this on PC so you can see every last letter I'm typing. Wouldn't want to miss multiplayer notepad for the life of you. Okay, wrong file. I'm just going to find some stuff to copy and paste. There we go, easy enough. Png Parser test. Doot, 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 doot. This needs to be a publicly inherited interface. Okay, F object initializer, static, so that it's allocated when the program is compiled. This song is really annoying. I'm going to change off of it immediately. That's better. Freedom Planet, some of the tracks are absolute bangers. Some of the Freedom Planet tracks make me want to die. That's like the third time I've said it. I guess I'm in a dying kind of mood tonight. Let's do Png Parser F object test. Png Parser test. So yeah, there's a bunch of errors down there that I get to look forward to figuring out what the hell that was about. But the important thing is that it's look forward. Me, I don't need to worry about it right now. Any games I'm looking forward to? Yes, I'm trying to remember ones that I saw recently that I thought were really cool. Upcoming game releases. So there's the Super Mario 64 re-release, something or other. I don't really know. But there's that pack with like Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy 1. Super stoked on that. Definitely going to be playing that one. That might have been the one I was thinking of most recently, though. Okay, test. Png Parser. What's the operation called? Parse texture 2D. This is actually not texture 2D anymore. This is parse image. Parse. Parse PNG. That's what we'll call it. Okay, test parse PNG. So this should be pretty straightforward, right? I mean, I'm just getting... let's get these things ready. I'm gonna pick URST templates. And then, what's the other thing I'm getting? It's image wrapper, so I need to make sure I'm pulling in image wrapper and image wrapper module. There we go. You wish I had a Switch to play the re-release. Yeah, play the originals. I know those games-based controllers horrible. The GameCube controller isn't so bad. Obviously, the N64 controller is a little notorious. And then there's the Wii controller, which I have no idea if those, how long those even lasted, if any of them even work anymore. Okay, Png Parser. Parse. Your hands are too big for them. Yeah, I don't really have any solutions for you there. I guess what you could do is you could get somebody else to play them with nickel stick 2. Oh my gosh, they must be really small. I don't know if you can get like oversized controllers. Okay, image wrapper. So we parse that out, and then we're gonna. Okay, I can remove class from that. We're gonna expect EQ image wrapper. What should it be? I think it's... Where is it? Isn't there something like width and height for these things? Oh, okay, yeah. We'll just assert that get width is equal to 256. And then I'm assuming that get height is probably also called get height. Okay. $256. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm gonna attempt to compile again, and it's going to complain at me for doing that. Oh, I can't do that. I have to do it this way. Alrighty. Give me your syntax errors. Okay, it looks like at least cleaning the code ended up fixing the bug that I had earlier, so that's good. Png parser. Parse text for 2D is no longer the name of the function. I just changed it to parse PNG. Do you like how I name things? The PNG parser parses PNGs. Couldn't be... I'm a poet, really. Alright, we'll see what the hell this is all about. Backend server, get transient package. Png parser. View package, get transient package. F module manager is the source of our problems. Okay. Let me see what where F module manager comes from. It comes from the core module. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna skip to the next level. What am I doing at the moment? You're guessing I'm making a generated PNG. So the PNG is already generated when it's given to me. I'm just parsing the PNG out of its base 64 representation. Okay, so well, right now I've also been given a lovely little what are they called? Linker error, so I get to worry about that. Okay, get transient package. C++ gives you just the best error messages, I swear. Could never ask for anything better. Okay. I have an idea. Image wrapper UE4. Let's check this thing real quick. Okay, so the module is called image wrapper, and then we are importing the right thing, yes? Image wrapper module. Just to double check. And then module manager should be the thing I'm looking for. Let's just double check that I'm importing that correctly. Never worked with C++ if your old robotics team programmers hated it. I don't hate it, but I'm definitely not particularly fond of it at all. It's very, very difficult to work with. Just gonna check real quick that this was what I was looking for. Module manager, UE4. Okay, yep, that is how you include it. Alright, so I can indeed work around this. I was hoping that I would have a little bit of an easier time than having to mock the wrapper module myself, but I can do it. It's not that big of a deal. Let's check something real quick, which is I want to see how this might work without. I'm hoping that this works, but I really don't think it will. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna quickly just stash this down here in a comment. Just so, I mean, I could look at my Git, like, history instead of doing that, but screw it. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna go back to the Png Parser. Protected. Image wrapper module. Image wrapper module. We'll make that a class so I don't have to import it. What are your goals with the C++? What am I doing with this in the long run? I don't know. I started working on it, and I figure I might as well keep going. That's pretty much why I end up actually doing anything with my life. Image wrapper mock. Click. Alrighty, this is going to be a huge pain in the ass. I wonder how many virtual methods there are in an image wrapper module. There's 2. Oh, thank God it's not that bad. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. That's great. We'll just quickly put these guys in here. What am I gonna do? I think I'll mock them. We'll do that. Looks like I accidentally pasted. There we go. Okay, so this is image wrapper. This, we're gonna override it. Okay. With that. Format and override. All right. So both of the methods have been mocked. They need to be put in the public main access or visibility, whatever you call them. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Alrighty. Alrighty. Now that I've done that, let's go ahead and run this again. Okay, doesn't work. Let's go ahead and build. Png Parser 12. Okay, good. This looks like it might work. Png Parser. Image wrapper module. That's a pointer type, so we just changed it to the arrow notation and it works. Oh, shit. Let me think. Is it because I didn't do core U object for this module? I hope that's not what it is, and if so, then I am going to be a little bit of a salty bird. Oh, that might have done it. Ugh. This is a pretty piece, actually. I didn't really listen to the Freedom Planet soundtrack in a whole lot of detail. I listened a little bit before, but not all the way through in a very long time. Okay, cool. So one thing I'm going to do, now that I determined that the issue was that it was core U object wasn't imported, is I'm going to once again attempt to use the real module as opposed to a fake one for parsing PNGs. Okay, build. Let's see if it all links. I am so pleased that that's the case. That's fantastic. So now when I test the PNG parsing, it's actually going to be using the real deal that's coming from the engine, and I'm not faking it. Fantastic. I'll comment this out just for now, just in case I end up having issues later. But let's just go ahead and run the tests then. Okay, under PNG Parser, the issue was that we had a null pointer exception. Okay. What's the music from? This is the Freedom Planet soundtrack. There you go. So we had a null pointer exception get thrown. I'm going to assume... Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to try cutting this off early and see if we get a null pointer exception basically on this first line. Let's find out. Because if we get a null pointer exception again, then yeah, the issue is that loading this module isn't working. Because I'm certain that if I do return... Well, oh, the other thing, hang on. The other thing that it could be doing wrong. Let's go to the PNG parser test, and let's just see if I'm getting anything back at all. There's a couple different places where I can get a null pointer here. Let's just start reducing the number of possibilities and go from there. Yep, still getting the null pointer exception. You still don't want those games in your wish list. My wish, the games on my wish list are all, like, furry dating sims, right? Okay, let's just try return LPDR. Let's see what happens when I do this. You are a very kind person. Thank you. Okay, let's try. The very first thing I do is just return a null pointer, so I'm not going to run any of these lines of code. And that will determine whether load module checked is in fact the issue, which it is. Great. So I do in fact need to I need to mock this. Okay, that would have been great if that wasn't the case, but you can very, very rarely get what you want, and getting what you need is, like, also a luxury. Alright, let's kill that. Static. We'll make the mock here. Mock image wrapper module. I think I can just make it without a constructor or anything like that. Let's see. Oh wow, the Freedom Planet soundtrack is oh my god, it's a lot longer than I thought it was. Eh. The profile picture on my Steam account is a cat. For years he thought it was a giant penis. I mean, that would be pretty on brand. But no, my Steam profile picture is a cat. Okay. Image wrapper module is equal to the mock. Alright, now that I'm mocking this thing, it should not create any problems. Oh, dang it. What am I looking for? Png Parser. This needs to be the arrow notation again. Okay, cool. Profile. Continue and run from the last successful build. Let's see. Yep, there it is. There's the you can see that it's a you see that it's a cat. You're just listening to my voice. Aw, thank you. Yeah, it's a cat doing a little dance. See, I might be able to find a bigger picture. Yeah, here we are. There it is. Cha-cha real smooth cat. Okay, focusing back up. No variable declared. Png Parser test, line 27. Image wrapper module. It should be called image wrapper module. I misspelled the name of the thing. Line 28. I forgot to add a semicolon there. Yep, let's go for it. Okay, all compiling, and this will fail, which makes sense. There's supposed to be a null pointer because I'm not actually returning any pointers. Okay, cool. So let's do expect call to the mock image wrapper module. Png Parser. Create image wrapper with the PNG format. Okay, so when we do that, we're going to let's make a real quick. I wonder if I can just return a PNG image wrapper. Like, if I can just do that, then that basically does everything that I care about. So let's just say that I return a PNG image wrapper. Will once return PNG image wrapper, but it needs to be a T-shared pointer dot of, I believe, is the notation for this. I'll have to double check that. I could just check, actually. What's this do? Image wrapper. Make shareable? I don't know if this will work very well. I'll give it a shot. This is like a memory management thing that I might just like immediately crap into. Let's find out. Shareable. Okay, and then I need to pull in using testing return. Okay, that gives me access to the return function. Let's see what happens here. I'm assuming disaster. 935. There we go. We need to pull in the PNG image wrapper format. CDEFG I. Okay. Formats PNG image wrapper.h, no such file or directory. Where is this defined, and how screwed am I right now? Image wrapper module. Okay, let's consult the documentation. Okay, I'm kind of Googling the wrong things here. This is looking to be somewhat of a problem. PNG image wrapper is under... What? Uh-oh. It's a third party. Okay. We're potentially in some shit. Where is this file defined? Why does Visual Studio suck so much ass? Image wrapper is a private include. Uh-oh. This might not work. Well, it should work. Okay. I don't really have anything to worry about. Should tests. Let's include image wrapper. HI. Alright, let's hope that this fixes it. Linker errors. Formats PNG image wrapper. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This might not be testable code. This is quickly becoming a little bit alarming. Wrapper module, create image wrapper. Uh-oh. This is not looking too good. Because that might be a... Okay. I really wish that I could just have imported this. It's super weird. Okay, so they're like hiding this implementation really well. They don't want it to be something that I can directly access, which makes sense, but also fuck them. That was super not cool. How dare they make it so that... How dare they protect coders from blowing their own feet off. Yeah, this is not looking too promising. Png image wrapper. Missing type specifier. Fuck. Because I don't have access to that. I don't have access to that file. So they've hidden the type information away from me. Well, okay. I can work around this, but I'm rapidly getting less and less happy as time is going on. Image wrapper. Okay. What happens now? Cannot instantiate an abstract class. Right. That makes sense. Jeez, it'd be really nice if I could just... import this file. Alright. It's not a... I'll live. Okay. Class, image wrapper mock, public, image wrapper. Do I need to do anything, or is that good enough? That's probably good enough. No, because it's probably going to have virtual methods that I need to override. Please don't be a lot of them. Fuck me. This has been a disaster to test this entire thing. Okay. It's not the end of the world, but I'm not super pleased with having to do that. Pull that off to the side, go back to Png Parser. I'm just gonna paste the body of this, and we'll just work it out that way. Ugh. If I had written the Unreal code base, then I would have done things basically probably the exact same way that they've done things, realistically. Oh, I can get rid of that. Okay. This is a decidedly less hype night than the last couple of days I was working on this stuff. Okay. True. Enough. Set raw. True. Okay. True. Okay, virtual const t-array. Supposed to return a pointer to something? Shit. I'm gonna mock that. Okay. Mock method. Const t-array, get compressed. Quality 0. Override. Hopefully that works syntactically. This will just make it return true. Not using most of these functions anyway. Yeah, so that doesn't even really do anything for me. Well, I'm gonna want to... What am I even gonna be mocking in the Png parser? Set compressed and get raw. I'm not even doing get raw though because I can't do get raw anyway. I'll just stash this code here for right now. There's a reason that I'm doing that, and it's not a reason I'm particularly happy about, but I just have to deal with that. Okay. So we'll just have this return 0. Oop. Boop. 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 Good enough. You're back. Welcome back. How was recycling? Did you find anything good? Okay. No arrive available for base. Function is hidden. What the hell are you talking about? Line 49. Get with const. Do I need to put const? Yeah, probably. I copied and pasted over the wrong thing. Great. This needs to be const. I think these all probably need to be const. And they also need to be spelled right. They ask so much from me. Four and a half double recycling boxes down 3 flights of stairs. That's a lot. I have to take out the recycling too, but it's also smoky outside, so I've been putting it off for 2 days. Hasn't been that great of an idea. What are the ERGB formats anyway? We'll go with invalid. I'm not going to be calling this function anyway, so it doesn't matter. PNG image wrapper, line 75. Yeah, okay, that's good. Call this mock image wrapper. Turn a pointer to mock image wrapper. And then we're going to be mocking set raw. Right? If I look in the code, I'm calling set compressed, not set raw. Okay. Well, that is peachy. Mock method. Cool. Okay, good. There's actually some value to me unit testing this because I can at least test what happens when the image can't be deciphered, or can't be what's the word? Parsed, maybe? Wrapped? I don't really know. Gonna play more Rainbow Six Siege, maybe. That's a possibility. It ended very awkwardly, which kind of killed our buzz for Rainbow Six Siege. Okay, that worked. This is going to run and it should error out, I'm assuming. It did not, which is probably worse. So anyway, as a programmer, my feelings are always the case that when something works and I didn't expect it to, that's probably worse than when something doesn't work and I expected it to. Okay. Expect call. We're going to assume that mock image wrapper has had set compressed called on it. And then incompressed data, incompressed size. What am I? Raw PNG bytes. Okay. This is really interesting. There's a couple things I can go about for testing this, which I'm probably not going to immediately take on, but I'm very interested in drilling into some of these details. Cool. Thank you for the autocomplete. That was totally useful here. we fumbled through it and made you cringe. Yeah, I mean, I played it and I fumbled through it and I cringed, so it's pretty acceptable to cringe. Okay, when I do set compressed, it does give me a boolean back. Okay, cool. So we will say will once return true. So this is what happens when it is parsable. Parsable PNG. Guess I can probably test. Just gonna copy and paste this code over. Yeah, okay. I'll just copy and paste this code in. And our string is called base64 PNG string. Okay, good. And then set compressed, I'm gonna assume so this takes in a void pointer, which we'll never be able to do, but I can always say it is equal to num of the raw PNG bytes. This is not really a great unit test. This is a little bit of a masturbatory one. Oh well. Why is Scott censored in the title? Oh, you made me say it out loud. I'm gonna get banned from the United States. Okay, done this, done that. So I guess, okay. This returns a shared pointer, but this could also be null, so I need to check something real quick. If set compressed fails, okay, that's what I can do. I don't know if this will work. If I could take a reference to a shared pointer. We'll return a bool. Let's call it image wrapper. Say wrapper. Okay, I'll call it wrapper. Wrapper is equal to, okay, well, we can do bool results that. So if we failed to parse the image, then we're just going to return false wrapper. Otherwise, we'll just say wrapper is equal to image wrapper, and we will return true. Okay. Can this fail to? Okay, it just returns a shared pointer. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This all looks fine. And I don't mean that as in like the dog that's like, this looks fine. Everything's fine, dog. Okay, expect equal. No, expect true. Okay, let's run this and see what happens. Ah, I messed up the fact that I changed the interface. Parser. Overloaded differs by return type. Okay, this should be a bool. Bool is short for Boolean, which means true or false. Generally, you're going to return true when things. Let's call it a class. Okay. Generally, you're going to return true when things have gone well, and you're going to return false when things have gone poorly. and currently I'm going to test when things are going well. FBase64 is not a class or a namespace name, which makes sense because I need to import it. Png Parser. Will you get banned from the US for saying the word Scott and typing it out? Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't make the rules, I just arbitrarily define the rules and then apply them arbitrarily. Them's the brakes. Yeah, keep scrolling over that. Let's see what happens. Did I code any bugs? I don't know, because the test didn't even run it. Yay! Okay, cool. So let's quickly run this test unparsable PNG. So now something bad happened, and we don't want bad things to happen, so we gotta test and be like, no bad things. Uh-oh, I forgot to actually test the actual thing I care about. Did something bad happen? No! I mean, something bad did happen, but we expected it to happen, and so it did the right things. Yay! Okay, now that I've done that, we've pretty much finished testing this class. Fantastic. So now we can parse PNGs from base64 strings. Sort of. Okay. What do I feel like taking on next? So this parsing images. Some of these are pretty straightforward. Submission. Maybe let's try the message parser. Okay, so the backend server, when it communicates with the Unreal game, it can submit different types of messages, and we need to find a way to differentiate them because it's basically just coming over as text. So we have a variant type. Let's immediately change this to being a Boolean. We have a variant type, meaning that we're going to return either the player joined message, a drawing was submitted, or a vote happened. And fstring is our input. So that's that's pretty straightforward. That's the stuff that comes back from our backend. Just wonder if I need to care about anything else. Let's just figure out it's a class, so I don't need to import it. Everything else is a struct, and generally I can't forward declare those without shit going to hell. So I'll just let it be. View object, don't need that. Backend server message parser. Okay, what does the backend server message parser do? Now that I need to uncomment it. So the backend server message parser, it takes messages from here, it runs them through the flat buffer decoder, gets the event type, and then it goes ahead and it maps that out to our various types here. Okay. Can this fail? Anti-string. Let's see. This doesn't look correct. This doesn't look like I did the right job at all. In fact, I'm almost 100% positive that this is completely incorrect code. Oh, no, this is fine, because it will be coming in as base 64 text. Okay. So, we're gonna need base 64 text again. Under our chaotic Bird Ladybird do a randomized Pokemon playthrough. I was thinking of doing a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer or Super Mario 64 randomizer. I have only just recently started watching randomizers, and they're really cool. So, I'm debating just doing it for fun. Okay. Is the F string input? It's gonna come in as binary data. I'm not gonna worry about this too much yet, but I'm gonna leave it to do for myself, which is input is equal to binary or text data. I'll have to figure that out later. So for now, this all looks fine. And then I'm gonna just return false here. If we make it to the end of the switch, then we return true. Okay. Another thing we can do is if event is equal to null pointer. Oh, I can be classier. If not event, then we return false. So this event was not parsable, then we'll return false. Otherwise return true. You'll notice that there's a lot of things that I write that is basically just testing, like, hey, did this fail or succeed? And then we return true or false. And if you do that all over the place, then guess what? Your code never crashes. That's 100% true. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise, because they're wrong. If you always return true or false, then you'll never ever write a bug. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Drawing submission. Back. Okay, so I'm also going to need to actually uncomment all this code out. It will probably work just fine. I think there was just some really weird leftover issues that a while back I did a clean on, and it seemed to have fixed a lot of this shit. Fine. By the way, all of this is copywritten. Don't let this fool you. Everything is copyright me, and it's all original characters, and you shouldn't steal. I'm gonna change the soundtrack up. What seems hype? There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, transmission, uncomment that. Okay, this one will still be commented out for right now. Let's run this, and I assume that we're going to get lots and lots of happy little error messages, and indeed we did, which is fantastic, because I anticipated that there would be error messages. And if you anticipate error messages and you get them, then that's good. It's it's the other way around that's very scary. Missing semicolon, or wait, what? No, I probably have to import instead of forward declare. Fine. Okay, what's it called? Templates variant. Template variant. So fun fact about C++ is if you have a class and you and so there's two ways to import something into a file, or into a class so you can use it. You can do you can write class image wrapper, and then that will do the trick. Or you can do this thing I've been doing where you include image wrapper. And guess what? If you do it this way, it takes like 4 times as long to compile your code. And if you do it this way, it's really, really fast. And they accomplish basically the exact same thing. Programming is very fun. Can't find, damn it. Okay. C variant. Oh, it's under MISC. Pardon me. Thought I had it memorized. Let's see what happens. Input undeclared identifier makes sense because I changed this to be capital. All right, linker error on what the hell is this? God, I hate linker errors. Drawing submission. Backend message parser. I'm importing all of these, or including all of these, so LM, NOP. Everything goes in alphabetical order because that's what professionals do. Get private static class on parser. This is acting really weird. I already did core U objects. I don't know what's going on there. Hang on. Okay, so that's under core. It just never ends with fucking linker errors. I know about the Link to the Past Metroid comboed randomizer. That one looks super cool. I hadn't actually heard of that one. That sounds really cool. It sounds very legit. It sounds very hard. Oh, I see. I commented all this code earlier. Why'd I do that? That was super, super stupid of me. Past bird. What a goofball. What a lovable. What a human being. Let's see it. Okay. Submission type utils under drawing submission. What was I doing with this? Oh, okay. So... it's gonna say that submission type also has... oh, what the hell? Okay. This is fine. I'm gonna just... A while back I messed up. And I deleted something that I really shouldn't have. And now it's come back to hurt me. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There's a wonderful little utility in Windows called the Recycle Bin. Where is it hiding? Oh. Maybe I actually just did straight up delete it. Let's see. And like deleted it. It should be in my recycle bin. Alright. Well, that's not a problem. And the reason is I keep multiple backups. So I just need one moment. And we'll go on to my little backup. Look at this. Look at how lovely. I have all of my source code backed up onto GitHub. So if I die, then, well, the game will still not be completed at all, but it might, but it won't be. Okay, we're gonna need to basically recreate this file, which won't actually be that hard. You just need to take a second to do it. I could do this through GitHub, which would be really easy, but because GitHub has like an automated like method to do this. But why ever do things the easy way when instead we could do things the long way? Okay, submission type utils. I'm gonna just take all this data. There we go. And then I need to actually close out the editor real quick. And then I need to regenerate the project. Game dev is nothing if not very tedious sometimes. Right. Development in general consists of a lot of what's the words that I'm trying to think of? Waiting for progress bars to fill up. 280 channel points needed before bird emote gets sunglasses. That's radical. How do I get 280 points faster? I'd love to have like the bird face with sunglasses on it. Now I could always just draw that myself, but nah. Sunglasses are something you earn, not something you make. Alright, come on. Submission types. Find reference. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to go in here. There's no longer a blueprint library function. This is now just a regular old U object. And I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna... That's probably all I need to do. By watching a streamer along with other things, you get channel points. You can use channel points to redeem really meh awards. Oh. Well, in that case, fucking, I'll just replace the default bird emoji with one wearing sunglasses, and then nobody has to watch me. It's a win-win. Okay, submission type utils. Under drawing submission. Okay. Include submission type rules. Under vote. Okay, so I need to include this in all three of those files. That's fine. Doop. And then for player join, the last message coming from the backend server. Do that. Okay, let's see what happens when I run the tests. Nothing happens. Because I click the button and nothing happens. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just assume that that will work. Okay, let's go to the message parser. Take things through. So I have everything's linked. So all this stuff will compile, which is good. But I need a file. Okay. I need to actually create some tests for this class next. Let's go to source, backend server, public. Source, oh shit, tests, backend server. Okay, new file. Alright, now I need to regenerate the project again to pick up the new file. I think that there are probably quicker ways of doing that. But whenever I've tried them, everything crashes instead. So I learned very quickly that the stove is hot. It doesn't take very long to generate the files, at least. Okay, here we go. 100 points for highlighted messages. A whole bunch of other rewards. Okay, cool. Well, does it result in me getting money? If so, then yeah, do it, and do it a lot more. Shit, tests. H namespace. Backend server message parser. Okay, I didn't realize the Bowser song was this long, and it's really getting on my nerves now. I think the Bowser's theme is really great when it's like, when you only hear it for like 3 seconds before the Bowser fight actually starts. Okay, cool. What do I need to do? Okay. We'll get that going. What else does the backend server message parser do? Well, we need flat buffers, so I'll pull that in. Watch an ad to get bits you can cheer me on. Oh, that's okay. It's the thought that counts. Doesn't count for very much, but it counts. Okay, I need to grab constructors. Where are the constructors hiding? Oh, they're being used. This will be good enough. What are you working on in C++? I am working on a clone of a Jackbox game. It is extremely complicated. This project is staggeringly longer and more complicated and difficult than I could have ever imagined. But I have also been the person who has made it this complicated, so I really have no one to blame but myself, which is a shame. I hate when that's the case. Test. Backend Server message parser. I guess I'll just call it parse. Okay. Parse. We're gonna test three things. We're gonna test three cases. It's a clone of Drawful. How is Ladybird? She is fine. She is in another room, presumably hanging out with rabbits. Okay, so these are the three things to worry about. Okay, we'll test parse, player join. Okay, drawing submission. And vote. And then we have one last fun little test case, which is test unparsable. So that's the error case. You're a poor college student. You've got a credit card that's not negative. You should send some. If your credit card is negative, then that means that the credit card company owes you money. So if you want the credit card company to pay for everything, then what you do is when you go in to pay for stuff, you know, you give them the chip on the card, you flip it upside down, and then when it scans in, it goes backwards, and then the credit card company is like, oh shoot, he goofed on us. I guess we and then they respect you too much to actually do anything to stop you. It's a rare trick. Not a whole lot of people know about that, but these are the things that you learn when I force you to listen to me. Okay. Not gonna have a whole lot of time actually to do most of this. So I'm gonna test the error case. Weirdly enough, that's gonna be what I do first. It's probably the more important thing. Message f string input is equal to this won't parse into anything, and then we'll take the parser and we will attempt to parse. Okay, we will expect false. We'll expect this to fail. Input and backend server message. Just here for the thrilling content. Yeah, it's multiplayer notepad. Hooray. It's colorful. And then I explain what I'm typing, but it's kind of explain in air quotes insofar as it's like I explain it with the assumption that you've studied computer science, and on top of that are already proficient in C++. It's not pedagogically a very sound approach, but you know, we come here to meme, not learn. Okay, not accessible because I forgot to add the public keyword here. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't even know what an end display listener is. Okay, haunted house. This song's kind of annoying. Merry-go-round is even more annoying. Cave dungeon. Nice. You got some knowledge of Python and C++ self-taught. Oh, well, great. You should be cringing at basically everything that I'm doing then. I certainly am. But, I mean, also, it's a day that ends in Y. Okay, so let's see. This failed due to a null pointer exception. And the reason that failed due to it being a null pointer exception is why? That actually surprises me. What could have possibly been the null pointer exception? That's actually super weird. I'm gonna just short this function a little bit. I'm just gonna say that that's really weird. Where would it throw the null pointer exception? I'm checking for it. I must be throwing it somewhere else. Cool. Okay. So this library does something a little bit weird. So the flat buffers library does something really weird, which is this will not be a null pointer. Huh. Okay, well, certainly this is going to be where it errors out, right? It has to be. What the fuck? I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening, and I don't know where everything is breaking. Anyway. Shouldn't... Okay. Okay. Shouldn't this be the case that we're returning false? Because none of this is parsed. Event type, it should... So the event type should just be invalid. And it should just give me... It should just give me that as the, okay, whoop, come on. Damn it, Unreal. It's none of these, I don't care about any of them. Backend event model. Okay, events. Events none. Alright, let's try this. Okay, so if this comes back as a none event, whatever the hell that means, and it means none is in the quantity, not none is in the religious ladies. Okay. Switch statement contains no case or default labels because I didn't put in a colon there. Alrighty. Still getting a null pointer exception. Why? That's so confusing. What the hell? Okay. I'm getting gaslit by computers again. I hate when that happens. So... it's doing stuff when it absolutely should not be doing stuff. Event type. I'm so confused. Alright, I actually don't even have time to keep working on this though tonight, so... hooray, Futurebird gets to figure out why this didn't work. Okay, cool. Well, On that extremely high note, I guess I'm gonna have to call things here.